He says, looking at his watch, I have no idea.
It's Saturday the 13th of November and it's the final day of Community Media Week, and we're at Pedestrian Arts and we're here with everybody that's come along this morning, given up their time to have our very first Olympic conversation. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Oh, there we go. I knew it'd work. You'd never let me die on film. So, Andy Selkeld, the City Council Cycling Coordinator. What have you enjoyed about this morning?
No, it's been really good. It's having a good conversation about what's going to happen in 2012 with loads of volunteers.
Okay, what's one of your favourite post-its then? We've been putting lots of goals and challenges and benefits up about Leicester and its involvement in 2012.
Lots of them. There's lots of diversity of ideas, but I like this one here, which I think Will might have put this one up. It looks like his handwriting. Telling alternative stories, starting a community enterprise.
No.
I like the idea. No, you didn't do. Someone else put it up. Who did it?
Very good.
For me, I like the stories I remember about the Olympics and not the names of the medal winners. It's things like the Jamaican bobsleigh team or Eddie the Eagle or the guy who cycles all the way across 2 continents to get to the starting block and does his race and stuff like that. And if the Community Media Centre in Leicester can do something that's like that, I think that would be stunning. I think that's what's unique about it. And I like reading those kind of stories and hearing those stories. That's more Olympic for me.
Brilliant. Simon?
Morning, John.
So what's your one of your favourite ones?
Well, I really like the fact that we were asked to sort of come up with a sort of challenge, a benefit and a goal for what we thought Leicester could contribute to the Olympics. And mine were that I'd like to see better and more use of the cultural quarter, and hopefully linked to the challenge which is involving the outer estates of Leicester more, and particularly with me being a librarian, is for opportunities for linking literacy, literature and sport.
Okay, brilliant. Thanks very much. PhD researcher, we're going to come and focus on you. Okay, you actually went off to Vancouver, didn't you, and saw some of the alternative social media centres there like W2 and the True North Media House. I mean, what do you think the opportunities would be for Leicester to be able to have something like that here during the Olympics and the Paralympics?
It looks like there's lots of opportunities. There's spaces that people are willing to let organisations use and volunteers use. So it's just talking to people, finding out what spaces are available, getting people together that want to do the same thing. So finding out what other people's interests are, and I think really that's all you need. And there's still plenty of time to get things going. So.
Brilliant. Thanks for your help as well, for your insights on Vancouver. Right, little Elliot. So what are you looking forward to about the Olympics coming in 2012?
I like watching the sport, like cycling and the snowboarding, freestyle.
Okay, so a bit of Winter Olympics as well as Summer Olympics as well.
Yeah.
So now you took part in Skyride, didn't you, early in the summer?
Yeah.
And obviously Team GB did really well, didn't they, in the Chinese Olympics in Beijing? Do you think they'll do just as well in London?
I think they will, because they're in like their own country, so it could give them like an extra boost of confidence. Oh,
that's a very good home team. That's good, and they all eat shreddy wheats, don't they? But there are other, obviously, breakfast cereals available. Well, we're here with Becky. Now, Becky wrote a fantastic article that was in Wave a few weeks ago about the Olympics. What have you thought of this morning?
I think it's been really good to kind of discuss what's important about the Olympics and the challenges that will arise and what we should aim to do.
Now, what surprised all of us in Wave and the editorial team was just how much you already knew about it from a very, very small conversation we'd had. What was the main emphasis behind the article and writing it?
I want to kind of spread the message that it's Olympics is focused in London, that's where it's based, but it's a national thing and the country should get involved as a nation. Yeah.
And take ownership of what the Games is to us, type thing. Yeah. Okay. Do you have a favourite post-it up there, or one you want to point out for us?
I really like this one, where it says the focus should be participation, not competition, and about stories, not winners. So yeah, like we were talking about, even though you've got 8 competitors in a race, they're all winners. Even 3 of them will get medals, but they've all taken part.
Yeah. And Andy was saying as well, he doesn't really remember the medal winners' names, but kind of the stories behind it and stuff.
And we should publish that.
Okay. Right. We're talking to you about your documentary, aren't you? You were thinking of making a documentary, weren't you?
Yeah.
What have you thought of this morning? You been inspired?
Yeah, it's been really good. It's really helpful to get some more information about what kind of thing you're doing here. I'm really looking forward to making my documentary about it.
Oh, great. Sounds like we're going to be famous for having our own documentary. Then we've got Xena and Andy. How are you doing, guys? You all right?
Yeah,
Thanks for coming along this morning and
right.
taking the time. What do you think about what you've heard this morning?
It's inspired me to go out and do a bit more and to have a look on the internet and find out a bit more about Olympics. But I like the way that obviously the outer states have been brought into a massive organisation, the Olympics, and I really think that obviously me and Xena, my photographer here, can make a good contribution.
I was really fascinated. I really thought of it before. You were saying about the Olympic mascots and the relevance they may or may not have to the Olympics and to sort of ordinary people like us in this room. I'd like to think we represent ordinary members of the public in this country. And you were saying about having our own logo as well for the Community Media Centre. Do you think that would be really important to sort of create our own little bit of identity?
I think so, yes, because at the end of the day, Leicester's really got something to offer. So if we have a little logo, we can have perhaps some little stick-on badges we can wear and pass these out in the community.
Oh,
similar to what I've got on with my puppet.
Absolutely. Jennifer will love that. She loves a sticker. Right. She's always telling us. Right, Will, come and have a quick chat with Will. So, Will, what have you enjoyed about this morning?
I enjoyed that everybody's got involved and don't matter how able or not able they are.
Okay. Then what's one of your favourite post-its up here? Your own one, probably. Knowing you won't. We will be famous for the Olympics, Leicester rules. Cool. Excellent. So, I mean, are you looking forward to the opening ceremony and some of the sports, or do you think you'd be quite keen to come down to the Phoenix and get involved in some of the other activities?
I'd like to get into anything. Just chuck me in now. Do a good job for you, John.
Fantastic. There we go. And this is Will wearing a Leicester Tigers rugby shirt. Obviously, there are other rugby clubs available that you can support. Okay, Jennifer.
Hi.
How about that? Absolutely. So what did you think when we first came up with the idea of an Olympic conversation?
I was interested. I mean, a lot of the stuff that we're doing is very formal and academic, so I thought let's just throw out all the rule books and just see what happens, get people that are interested in doing something about the Olympics, be it positive or negative, and get them in a room together and have a conversation. So I'm really, really happy about this.
Now, you've been involved in obviously visiting the Olympics yourself in Vancouver, and you've also been involved with Professor Andy Meyer and his independent media centre Backbone that he's creating. And you've spoken to lots of other people in other places that are looking to do something like this. What is Leicester any different from what they're doing elsewhere, or do you think we're just doing our own version of it?
The best thing about Leicester is when I approach other cities and other regions and say, let's do something for the Olympics, I use Leicester as a model. Straight from, without even thinking about it, Leicester is what I believe should be in it. The stuff that's happening in Leicester and Citizens' Eye should be in every city, and we should be working together to try and make it a national event outside of London. Anything outside of London is great. So
do you think really it's encouraging people and motivating people to take ownership of what the Games is to them and make their own legacy almost?
This is the first and probably the only opportunity that we have to actually create a legacy from the Olympic Games, which is social, cultural and digitally led. Because they're not doing it, so somebody else has to do it.
Take ownership.
Yeah,
I love it.
Just
Well, everybody, thank you very much for coming this morning.
Bye.